Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for May 6th through whenever you find this. This is Bear Food Mama Intuitive Reading. If you're here, trust there's a message here for you. You can enter to win a free reading on 5/25 by putting free reading in the comments of this video or any other video or post up until then. I'll announce the winner in a separate post on that day. You can also join my membership here if you want to donate. Or my Patreon, you can get a free week over there for seven days. That is a week. Yes. Okay. Welcome. Here we go. All right. So Aquarius, I started your messages already, and then I was interrupted, and so I had to restart. So you might be feeling like interrupted in some way, shape, or form. Libra had a similar message come out at the beginning of their reading. So if you have Libra in your chart anywhere, maybe check that out. Something's wanting to show itself. Also, I was drawn to use the Mushroom Hunters Tarot for you, which I don't use very often. So you might be transmuting some dead or stagnant energies into something that you can work with. Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energies back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please bring clear, concise messages through in this reading. And Mother Mary, please bring compassion to these messages. Amen. Amen. So mote it be. The devil at the heart of your reading. Okay, you might be dealing with a Capricorn. You might be dealing with some addiction, some obsession, going toe to toe with your devil, some feeling of lack or loss or being bound. You might be giving your power over to something or someone. This is a false morel. Morels grow from the ashes of forest fires. They're really difficult to cultivate because the environment and the conditions that they need to grow are very specific, but they have lookalikes that I can't remember, so don't quote me on this or take any foraging knowledge from this at all. But false morels, I think they aren't hollow all the way through. So a true morel, I believe, is hollow through the stem up into the cap, and then a false morel, the cap is like sealed off from the stem. And false morels are extremely toxic. Like if you don't cook them well enough, they're supposedly edible if you cook them well enough, but if you don't cook them, the toxins that are in them are, I think, lethal. So there's something you're dealing with that is very, there's an illusion, or it seems like it's good for you and it's not. What's crossing you? The Page of Wands reversed. Interesting. There is definitely something here about cultivation, because so the enoki mushroom, which is what this fairy has, it grows wild, but it doesn't look the same in the wild as it does when it's cultivated. When it's cultivated, it grows in these slender, like, groups, and when it's wild, it's like woody and it's really different. So this is being this is reversed. So there's something here about the energy you're dealing with has to do with like what you want to do, to let yourself roam free, to feel free, is actually binding you. And I think you're aware of this. You're now fully aware of like how your impulses are actually like holding you back, and how the true freedom lies on the other side of the like attachment to the impulse. But you may have some difficulty right now like cultivating something that feels wow, I don't know if I want to say that. Trigger warning. I want to say unmolested. You may have experienced sexual abuse. You might be healing from that. Okay, at the base of your energy, the Page of Swords reversed. This is the puffball mushroom. And the thing about the puffball mushroom is like it can feed a lot of people. It's a big friggin' mushroom. But it's reversed. So there's something like you haven't learned or some information you're not integrating about enoughness, about there being enough to go around. Um this feeling of not being enough could come from your shame, the attachment to something that somebody else did to you or put you through. It's not your fault. It's not what I was expecting to get into. Okay, in the past, the 5 of Cups energy in the past. I want to read about this mushroom. I don't actually know what this is. The specific epithet of this species of cup fungi, Auricula judae, means Judas's ear. Oh my gosh. This name derives from the story that after his betrayal of Jesus Christ, Judas Iscariot hanged himself from an elder tree. As jelly ears grow primarily on elders, folklore suggests they are Judas's returned spirit, reminding us of his eternal guilt. While technically edible, its taste and texture have been described as India rubber with bones in it. Guilt, regret, failure, and depression. This is your past energy. So somebody may have betrayed you. You could have been dealing with a Scorpio, a water sign, um, or you could feel like, yeah, guilt, shame. That could be your devil, just guilt and shame and feelings that I have this just sincere inclination to say to you that these feelings were impressed upon you. That was the intention of the person that did this. That's a weird thing to say. It was like to project their own shame and guilt onto you to make you feel like you have to deal with their karma. Page of Swords reverse, though, you are able, again, like with the mushroom tarot here, like you're able to transmute these energies. What's crowning you? Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're transmuting these energies. Oh, thank God. Okay. That was hairy. You might have been feeling that like recently, like, oh my gosh, something's getting hairy. Like you could have been involved in some stuff that you were not stoked on being involved in, is all I've got to say. Like, yeah, we're not going to spend too much time there. You know what you were dealing with, and you have this new idea for how to move forward. Seven of Wands reversed. It has to do with putting your guard down, letting your guard down. I want to read this Ace of Wands too. I'm not super familiar with this deck. I don't use it, again, as I said, very often, but I really like the artwork. The yellow morel. Oh, cool. So you have false morels in the middle, and then you have the yellow morel here. Morchella esculenta. The Ace of Wands is a unique card. It is the only card that doesn't show the actual mushroom, but instead a wood carving of one. These morel walking sticks are popular among mushroom hunters. Carved into the staff is the yellow or common morel, okay, as opposed to the black morel. See, the devil, that's this. Both are edible and highly sought after, but the yellow morel has a blonde color with pits that are darker than its ridges, while the black morel has pits that are often lighter than its ridges. Okay. No matter the variety, morels have the unfortunate habit of blending in with their surroundings. Whether you carve your own or seek out an artisan, a walking stick such as this may encourage a search image, allowing your eyes to key in on the surrounding morels that would otherwise remain hidden. Creation, inspiration, innovation, growth, spark. Okay, so the devil is the black morel. Okay, and then the Ace of Wands is the yellow morel. Like you had something and you thought it was what you were looking for, but now you have the vision of what this thing needs to stand against in order for you to find the correct one. Whoa. Somebody was like a wolf in sheep's clothing, or something was blending in. Like, again, it could have been like that you were absorbing somebody else's karma or shame, or there was, I don't know. This is so interesting. Seven of Wands reversed. Like, you put your guard down, you release. I want to know all of these. We're going to read these all together. Giant club. This rare club-like mushroom, growing up to 10 inches tall, appears much like a bludgeon left behind by a troll. You were being trolled? They often grow in small groups, standing upright like ancient weathered stones, guarding a primordial secret. Though technically edible, mycologist David Aurora describes the taste and texture of this mushroom as reminiscent of stale rope. Challenge, protection, endurance, perseverance, holding your own. Okay, so these two cards in your past and in your incoming energies talk about like something that's not to your taste. They're both technically edible. Like, yes, you can have them if you want, but you're realizing with the Seven of Wands reverse that you don't. It doesn't taste good. While you can have it, it doesn't. So if you're overcoming some sort of addiction, for instance, or some sort of addiction, yeah, to a substance, this could be like we started the reading off talking about you realizing that it's not the true like happiness. It's not the real thing. It's a placebo, and you're beginning to figure out how to cultivate the real thing, the real whatever that is. Page of Wands reversed in your crossing energies with the Ace of Wands in your crowning means that you are figuring out what this is or how to ignite that internal spark. And it has to do with bringing your guard down. Like potentially just admitting to yourself what it is that you do like, or like, okay, what is the external energy for Aquarius here? Two of Swords reversed. Yeah, deciding with your mind, getting your mind out of your way. Internal, King of Pentacles. This guy has all these truffles, and he looks kind of like, he's accepted his fate. He doesn't necessarily look happy. He's got everything though. He's just kind of like, man, I got all these truffles. He's kind of on the outside of things. Okay. What's in your hopes? The Wheel of Fortune reversed. Your fears? The Queen of Pentacles? And your advice? Temperance. And the outcome? Death reversed. You're transmuting. Two of Wands. This is chaga. It's medicine. Bitter medicine. Queen of Cups. Okay. So you may have thought that abundance was material, or you may have been dealing with somebody who thought that. You could have also been hoping that somebody was your counterpart in some way, shape, or form. Hopes, fears. But this actually scares you. It actually scares you. The idea of finding a counterpart, of commitment, of connecting. You're afraid of your counterpart. And you have Sagittarius on either side of this. You might have Sagittarius in your chart. There could have been a Sagittarius that got in the way, or something that happened in Sagittarius season that like delayed the ending of a cycle, and it has to do with this devil energy, Judas energy, betrayal energy. Page of Swords reversed, Page of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands. You could. There's three people here. There's a water sign, and then a masculine and feminine earth sign or counterparts. No, there's 4 people. There's also a Sagittarius. And you may have gained some inspiration from this Sagittarius or in Sagittarius season that allows you to access your divine feminine, your receptive energy. So you could be like established financially or good at establishing yourself financially, but you want to be provided for in some way, shape, or form. Like you're tired of providing. You don't want that. Or you at least don't want that in a situation where it's not going to be given back to you, which is completely understandable. There's no uneven energy here, though. Knight of Pentacles. This guy's cooking with a truffle. It might be a woman. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter really. So your advice right now is to like enjoy the moment, enjoy good food. Um, this tool that he's using is called a microplane. And I actually heard that as like a plane of existence. Like embrace the details, the finer details of the microplane, the little things, the not the astral or the, you know, not the astral plane or the, even like necessarily the physical plane, the microplane, like little things. Enjoy the little things because this King of Pentacles perspective is like making you feel too burdened. I'm going to start clarifying with another deck because I don't feel like this one is helping anymore. And that could be this divine counterpart that you're sort of dealing with as well. You're like, I don't really feel like this is helping. Okay. What's the Ace of Wands? 9 of Pentacles reversed. Is there someone you want to give to? You may have had a fling with a fire sign, and you're afraid of your counterpart because they might know, or vice versa. What's Temperance? 5 of Swords reversed. This is you reversed, Aquarius. This is you feeling like surrendered to the moment. What's the Queen of Pentacles? The Hermit. What's the Queen of Pentacles? The Knight of Cups reversed. You could be dealing with a Virgo who's your counterpart, and you. What's the Wheel of Fortune reversed? The Moon. You feel like there's something you don't know, or you feel like there's something you don't know about this person, or like they don't know about your misfortunes, like this stuff that's been going on with you. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. That was really difficult. So there's been some stuff that occurred with you in your past that has been influencing a connection that you know is like meant for you, but that you feel kind of like burdened about connecting to because why? like because there's something hidden that you have to face, or that you have to like, you feel like you need to say something about it, but you don't want to tell this person about it. It could just be really fucking dark with the devil and the page of wands reversed. You could have, like, trigger warning, just experienced all the kinds of like abuse as a kid, and it's just totally affected your feelings about receiving in any way, shape, or form. And so like it's been difficult to connect with this person because any form of connection like triggers these things for you, and you feel like just kind of, I don't know, I feel okay, you feel like you'd rather just focus on the little things, right? Because this bigger picture stuff is it's a lot, and it's sort of the devil. Yeah, okay, yeah, the devil, there we go, there it is again. um you have this attachment to materialism or something, or like needing to provide a certain amount of material. Like you could have been like trafficked, and we don't need to focus, we don't need to focus on that. You know what you've been through. It's but it is telling me that you have some sort of attachment to like work, where you feel like you're not worth. You have two conflicting things going on here. You feel like your attachment, your devil right now is like, I don't feel like I'm good enough if I can't provide, or something like that, right? If I can't provide for myself, if I can't provide for others, like you like to be able to give this, like feed people. You might be a cook, or you might like work in the industry. And these are fine, right? The truffles are like really fine dining food. They're expensive. They're not easy to come by. And there's also fierce competition amongst truffle hunters. They can be extremely um volatile. Like there can be violence. You know what? This movie came up in, I think it was Gemini's reading, but it's Pig. Yeah, with Nicolas Cage. And he's a truffle hunting pig. So I don't know, that might interest you. Um, if you haven't seen it, I liked it a lot. um, but there's like this underground aspect of this reading where like you maybe were involved in the underground in some way, shape, or form. You may be like attached to some sort of secret society or something. Night society, Knights Templar, I don't know, something where under the surface things are one way, and on top they need to look another way. But you also want to be able to just receive, like I feel this relief when I say that. Like you also just want somebody to be able to like take care of you. You just want to be able to chill the fuck out for once, and like not be looking over your shoulder, or like feeling like you have to hide things. Like you don't want the burden of this. Chaga again is medicinal. The Two of Wands, it grows on these, I think they're aspen trees or birch trees. The chaga is really hard to get off. It's the medicine. It's really hard to get off. And the Two of Wands is about stepping through a doorway, right, into a new life. And it's like really, I want to read about this chaga to you, and then we'll clarify death and the Queen of Cups and Two of Swords, I think. Two of Wands. You have a lot of fire energy here. You might be going through, I'm hearing the ring of fire, like you might be going transmutation's a big thing here. And you have death, so where are the wands? Here we go. Two of Wands, Chaga. Enotis obliquus, though it may resemble a cancerous lump of charcoal. It's upside down. Oh, birch trees. It grows primarily out of birch trees. Chaga mushrooms have been used as a medicinal tea in Siberia and Northern Europe for centuries. It is believed to boost immunity and fight inflammation and may be used as a treatment for diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. It remains a popular health supplement today and is a primary ingredient in many powdered mushroom elixirs. Decisions, travel, planning, forward movement. So you make a decision. The external environment has promoted this decision. What is the Death card reverse here in the outcome? The Four of Wands. You might be separating from somebody. Death reverse talks about not being able to move through a doorway or a gateway, and then you have the doorway and the gateway. There's something like not being transmuted. This reading is so complicated. I feel like there's so much more going on underneath the surface than what anybody knows around you. Like, you keep so much to yourself. This death card's called the Destroying Angel, Amanita bisporigera. Though the species pictured on this card is Amanita bisporigera, 3 similar species of deadly white mushrooms fall under the name Destroying Angel: Amanita alcreata, Amanita verna, and Amanita virosa. This is interesting. The mushrooms account for the overwhelming majority of mushroom poisoning deaths. Because of their resemblance to several other white mushrooms, it is essential to be able to identify the Destroying Angel in all of its forms before foraging. Coming across this mushroom in the wild is a sign that for the love of all that is good, do not eat this mushroom. As a card, however, it's a representation of a spiritual death and radical transformation. With endings come new beginnings. It's time to let go, to say goodbye to the person you were, and embrace the new possibilities manifesting before you. Change cycles, release, radical transformation, rebirth, endings, and letting go. You're not quite, you are with the Four of Wands reverse, but I feel like this is something you're not like willingly doing. The Queen of Cups, Queen Boletus Reginus. When the Queen of Cups ventures out, she follows her intuitions. On this day, she leaves her guidebooks behind and trusts she'll find her own way. It's nothing rational that has led her to this bountiful harvest of Queen Boletes, but instead a dedication to remaining open to the world and listening in. A close relative of the King Bolete, see the Emperor, the Queen Bolete is considered equal in both quality and taste. Compassion, warmth, intuition, creativity through openness. Okay, so yeah, letting down your guard brings this new creativity, this new inspiration. And letting down your guard is also related to this Queen of Cups, this openness. You move through this medicinal doorway where you allow yourself to be open, but it's only after you've recognized like the true destroying angel in your environment. And it's this King of Pentacles. It's this King of Pentacles energy, like this thing where you feel like you're only worth something if you can provide, if it looks a certain way, if you have a certain amount or something. What's the Two of Swords reverse? Six of Pentacles, bringing things into balance in the 3D. You decide to bring things into balance. Quickly, something's been bothering you. Nine of Swords, Eight of Wands, King of Cups. You need to tell somebody something. I don't know, you get this inspiration suddenly to let your guard down and tell somebody what it is that you need to tell them to bring things into balance. Ten of Pentacles reversed, Four of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know how. So did somebody take something from you? Like, you could just be telling somebody, hey, like, I can't keep paying all this for all this stuff, like, we need to downsize. And you'll be like, oh, okay. And then, or they show up all of a sudden as like a boss, and they're like, oh, well, I can pay, like, it's fine, like, we can figure this out, it's all good. I also am getting that, like, when you release your attachment to, what is this Ten of Pentacles reversed? Page of Pentacles. To the way you think things are supposed to be in the material reality, the way you're supposed to show up in material reality, when you release that, your mind is going to be at ease. Just give it over to spirit, and spirit will deliver. You have the Four of Swords, which is prayer, and then the Ace of Pentacles, which is this spirit hand being like, oh, here's your pentacle. And then the Six of Pentacles is things coming into balance. I have this, like, whoever you're dealing with, they'll have compassion for you with the Queen Bolete here, or you'll have compassion for this situation looking back on it. Could be a Cancer. Divinity is the union of our human and heavenly nature, whereby our personality and soul walk hand in hand. Being divine is a discipline, interacting with no hidden agenda. It is a reverence to all life. We make decisions with the expectation that our prayers will be answered. Feeling divine generates ascended thoughts because it is a knowing we are one with the universe and all its splendid potential. Divine planning holds the vision of wonder and wellness for tomorrow, thereby creating a more exhilarating today. To behave divinely is to be aligned with the forces of the higher frequencies. We live with the consistent consciousness of activating our heart and deactivating our ego. This truly makes for an earlier heaven. Divinity enraptures all that is happy, hopeful, and harmonious. So, Aquarius, I feel like you've been through some major challenges in your life, and they were given to you so that you could transmute that energy to understand that you are divine, how to be one with the divine, how to receive the blessings of the divine. And it's like that expression, God gives his hardest lessons to his strongest warriors. Like, you, I feel like you just have gotten no breaks, like, ever. And you just picked yourself up by your bootstraps over and over, but you also carried with you this feeling of shame and guilt, and like, almost like, I must not be good, there must be something wrong with me kind of thing. But there's nothing wrong with you. This is the energy of the devil trying to make you feel unworthy of union with the divine, and we are all one with the divine, and you just have had to overcome it. I think that's what this Death reversed and Four of Wands reversed is. It's the illusion of separation from divinity. And it ends with the Queen of Cups, this medicinal portal that you go through. It ends with the Queen of Cups. You have compassion for yourself in this situation. And you have compassion for the people who have been on your journey. Because now, like, you can identify what's what. Your discernment is excellent. Like, you can tell the difference between this mushroom and that mushroom, right? You can follow your intuition and know where to find these boletes because like you know the land, you know the lay of the land. This was an intense reading, Aquarius. If it resonated, please like, comment, share, subscribe, let me know, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.